You're listening to part one of an interview with Jeff Deasy, president of American Feast. Welcome to American Feast. My name is Doug Ferber. I'm here with Jeff Deasy, the president and founder of the company. And if you're listening to us, you've found the website. And we thank you for clicking on us and checking us out and downloading this podcast. So what we'd like to do today is not only thank you for being here, but tell you a little bit about ourselves and what we're trying to do at American Feast. And I thought I would bring Jeff along today to give you the founder's view, if you will. Jeff?
Well, thank you, Doug, for having me on your very first podcast.
Well, you're the president.
Right. Well, yeah, but I didn't demand to be. I'm still grateful that you asked me.
Well,
and what we've developed for people is something that they're going to find to be a lot of fun. We mean to be a site that you can come and get interesting information, enjoy a little bit of entertaining news, and if you're in the mood, buy some very interesting food that you might not find at just any store. I really hope that we could create a little community of people that something you can have a lot of fun around. It can contribute to your health, and if we make good choices, we can help sustain people who produce the food.
Hey, Jeff, where'd you get the idea for the site?
I always had an interest in food. I mean, I started working in restaurants when I was 16 years old, and I guess I started to branch out in my eating adventures. At 16, I got a job as a busboy in a New England-style restaurant. Had classic New England food, baked beans made with real molasses, and Irish soda bread, and all kinds of seafood that I really hadn't had before. And I learned quite a bit at that job, and I went on to work as a waiter in New Orleans at Commander's Palace. Learned a lot about New Orleans food down there. American cuisine has really evolved. I mean, it's when I started as a busboy, it was 1969, and the difference between American food now and American food, the whole food scene is just night and day. I mean, our choices are so much more varied. Back then Americans hardly drank wine, and now we produce a great deal of tremendous wines in this country. And I think our food's come a long way from we kind of got off the track there, I think, for a while with processed foods, and I think we've come full circle now. We're getting back to foods made the old-fashioned way.
And this is one of the legs under the stool of the site, is it not, with the sustainable food movement? Why don't you define that for everybody?